You knew? Don't underestimate the power of my information network. But it's no use now. For a bit player like me, this is probably the end I deserve. Hammer! Hell yeah. Have a good evening, Nexus. Definitely enjoy that. I'll shoot you a message someday if I decide to jump on and do a little competitive CSGO. You definitely have a good night, and I hope to see you again. Hammer disappeared into the chasm with a look of satisfaction. Be happy because he had been able to attain it? His brief moment of power? Hammer smiled. Was that the look of joy from attaining power? Or was it the look of relief from the pain that was brought upon him by his mutation? He wasn't such a bad guy, except for the fact that he, betrayed me. Completely betrayed me. And tried to kill me. Other than that, he wasn't such a bad guy. Hammer's whole issue now at this point reminded me of Tetsuo Shima from the movie Akira. He wasn't really a bad guy, but when he attained the awesome power of Akira, he pretty much kind of lost it. Ultimately, we had no other choice but to defeat our friend, Hammer. For the sake of our own survival. Is there any other way around it? I never felt that fighting was so futile until now. Ellie cried continuously. She hated herself for not having the power to be able to do anything to help him. When I saw her like that, I couldn't help thinking I can no longer allow her to fight like this. We returned to Ignis, feeling that this had become much more than we could bear. What do you want, Ramses? You didn't exist. That's why I must get rid of you. Only then will I be able to beat him. What do you think you're doing, Ramses? That's absurd. Do you think you can neutralize my power? Of course he can. He was made to be able to do so. Krillian, surely you're not on their side now. Oh, really now? I don't care about a group of old geezers who are so obsessed with clinging on to their dear little lives that they resort to turning themselves into data on the Sol 9000 in order to survive. That's not why. Your existence obstructs me from reaching my goal. That's all. Haven't you been working for humanity's future, for humans to live longer? That's why I assisted you. Yes, that's right. Try to lead the people in my own way. That hasn't changed in the least. Krillian, what's gotten into you? Kill him, Ramses. What the hell? So, Cain is dead. Yes. Final fate for one bound within everlasting flesh. If only he had just accepted our logical ideals too. A fitting end for someone who has become dominated by needless flesh. Excellent work, Krillian. Now there is nothing that can stand in the way of us accomplishing our objective. The animal relics have been awakened and have aligned with their respective animus. Dan, Joseph, Gad, each been aligned with the surface dweller as their animus. Hugo's Asher, Ramses Zublum, Krillian's Judah, Sophia's Dinah. Reuben, Sivian, Levi, Ishtar were already aligned 500 years ago. And finally, Graphs, Naphtali, all the animal relics have now been activated. The identity of the persona mask of Mother has also become clear. The time has come. Now is the time to open the door to God's domain and attain the fleshly bodies and the wisdom of God. The time of the true awakening, to carry us to a new horizon. Yes, the time of the gospel has come. Now, humans, extol the awakening of God. These people are nuts. Suddenly, the howling erupted. Even the people who had not mutated were being turned into the wells. They howled out like war cries, as if to call out to something. That has become Ramses had been manipulated into assassinating the Emperor. Now, with nothing else holding them back, the Ministry had put into use the Gatia key, the effect of which was to alter those people who had been destined by God. Those people destined by God, regardless of whether they were surface dwellers or Solarians, began to change shape, one after the other. The howling was the people who had filled the earth, calling out to God. Once humans have filled the earth, God will awaken from his long sleep. And the awakening of Mahanan, the paradise in the sky, will soon follow. The true meaning of what the Ministry had spoken, the true nature of that legend, was at last beginning to be realized. This is what they meant when they said, once all humans have filled the earth. Eventually, Mahanan, the resting place of God, woke from its long slumber and began to rise, almost as if responding to the call of the people. It appeared before us in all of its majestic glory. It's the dead city of R'lyeh, rising to the surface of the ocean to expose Cthulhu to the masses. At least if this game was made by H.P. Lovecraft, that would be what was going on. Solaris. Gazel Ministry sent a massive force there to obtain God and his wisdom. But by now, neither the nation of Solaris nor the organization known as Gebler existed anymore. The only thing that was left there was an innumerable accumulation of weapons. Almost all the Solarians had been transfigured into weapons. The Gazel Ministry now reigned over them as their commanders. There was no way we could allow God or God's wisdoms to fall in the hands of the Ministry. We decided to assemble all the forces we could and head towards Mahanan. It was a perilous battle. There was no guarantee that we would make it back alive. We were to carry out the plan at dawn, hence I had to stiffen my resolve concerning her. I'm guessing her is Ellie. Wait a minute. You want me to stay here? No, I'm going with you. No. It's too dangerous. Why? I've been in many dangerous situations. This isn't the first time. I said no. We can't take you. Please understand. No, I want to go. We've been fighting together all this time. Suddenly, you're telling me not to go? I just don't get it. This isn't like any other fight. This is a battle for the wisdom created by God. It's life or death. Whoever controls it becomes the true dominator of the world. It's obvious the Ministry will bring the strongest possible troops. No guarantee you'll come back alive. It's exactly why I want to go. I don't have the slightest idea. What don't I understand? If the enemy were only the Ministry or just mechanical weapons, it would be okay. But most of the enemies will be made up of what were once humans. Humans just like you and I. Saw them at those facilities. Gears that were made out of humans. They were the same as Hammer. Could you now destroy them after knowing this? In order to save ourselves, can you truly say that you could kill those who were once your friends? So, do you still want to go now? Well, can't even kill one person. Presence would be a burden during the fight. You just get in the way. Damn, Faye. That was a bit harsh. I believe she's like saved your ass multiple times and helped you kill people. Yeah, see, Bart? I agree with Bart. Faye's being an asshole. I don't even want to play this game anymore! Because Faye's being an asshole! No. What? I know, you don't. Hey, Faye, don't you think that was a little too far there? Cannot blame her. At least we should understand her feelings. I know how Ellie feels. I knew she wouldn't have listened to me if I had just said, "You're not coming." Seeing as she has worked together with us for such a long time and all. That's why I had to explain it to her like that. People gathered in the sand need Ellie. She's got to realize how much people are depending on her. Can't put her in a dangerous situation. But the way you said it was just a little harsh. Didn't have to be so cold. She was crying, you know. But sure, she realizes that. I agree. Maybe you are the one who doesn't. Maybe you are the one who doesn't understand. Me? I don't understand? A lady's heart? She wants to go be with you, Faye, until the end. Yeah. Now Bart's standing on the table